Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the session. Today we are going to cover 31st October CA. Just a second. Just a second. Just give me a few minutes. It's the wrong document. Just a second. We are starting with the class. All right, sorry for the delay. There was some issue. So let's start with the class. 31st October we are going to cover today ESI Finance and Business News. First of all, we have curriculum on AI to be introduced in all schools from class 3 onwards. This is a very good decision by the government. So from class 3 onwards, they are going to introduce AI as a curriculum. In future, this is the basic need which the country should have, right? So in line with the new education policy, the introduction of AI computational thinking from grade 3 onwards will be there, aligning with the academic session 26-27. 26-27 के साथ it would be there. After that, we have NTPC Green Energy classified as Schedule A CPSE by the Government of India. Remember that recently हमने एक category A mini रत्ना भी discuss किया था कुछ दिन पहले. So here the NTPC Green Energy Limited has been officially declared as Schedule A Central Public Sector Undertaking. इसका implication क्या होगा? Implication would be there on some decisions, revenue, more financial sources will open up for the enterprise, more revenue options will be there, right? Strategic of financial autonomy इसकी enhance होगी, greater flexibility होती है जब project A classify होता है कोई enterprise as CPSE, more flexibility you have in execution of your projects, that would be there. All right. Then we have Union Minister Piyush Goyal emphasizing indigenous tech, launching 1 lakh crores Anusandhan Fund. Anusandhan पता है आपको research होता है. So here Ministry of Commerce and Industry has addressed TICON conference in New Delhi. New Delhi में conference इन्होंने address की है, highlighting that India has emerged as the global engine of innovation. So here it was highlighted India's role at the global level in terms of innovation, product, technologies, etc. So initiatives which were announced here, first of all you have second edition of Startup Fund of Funds. Second edition of Startup Fund of Funds. ऐसा fund बनाया जाएगा that would primarily on early stage it would do investments in deep tech ventures. Particularly जो deep tech ventures हैं उनको ध्यान में रखते हुए there will be Startup Fund of Funds. So that the innovators can get the risk capital. Then the launch of Anusandhan Fund of 1 lakh crore rupees to promote research, innovation and long-time financing for transformative projects. अगर आपके पास कोई ऐसा project idea है, कोई ऐसा project है which can transform the arena, which has a very innovative idea, which has a future outlook, so Anusandhan Fund would be assisting such kind of fund with the financial assistance. Then moving ahead with the banking news. First of all, we have SBI arm, ICRISET, together they have launched Smart Crop Project. इन्होंने collaborate करके Smart Crop Project launch किया है. Now what is this project? Smart Crop का first of all you would remember the extended form. Stands for Sustainable Monitoring and Real-Time Tracking for Crop Resilience and Optimal Practices. Okay, Sustainable Monitoring and Real-Time Tracking for Crop Resilience and Optimal Practices. अब ये जो project है, it has been launched to support over 8,000 small holder farmers across Karnataka and Telangana. So this project के through they will be assisting small farmers for crop tracking, crop resilience, etc. This is the project supported by SBI Foundation's LEAP program. Satellite imaging, remote sensing, AI ML analytics को use करके it would be assisting the farmers. Then we have Asian Development Bank approving $460 million of loan to support agricultural solarization in India. यानी agriculture sector में solar panel installation using maximum equipments in agriculture sector using solar power. इस पे focus है ADB का, for which it has approved $460 million of loan. So ADB here has approved this $460 million result-based loan to modernize rural power infrastructure, power distribution, particularly trying to integrate all the energy resources used in agriculture with the solar power. Okay, and particularly Maharashtra जो है उसमें they are focusing this. तो ये fund particularly Maharashtra के लिए they will be providing. Then we have Madras High Court. Now this is going to be important to remember. Madras High Court has become first one to recognize cryptocurrency as property. Madras High Court has recognized cryptocurrency as property. This is first time it is coming from any high court, any court. So Madras High Court has declared that cryptocurrency will now be a property under Indian law. So if it is a property, it is capable of ownership, possession and trust. Whatever is a property is someone's ownership, right? So now you can own it, you can classify it as property under Indian law according to Madras High Court. Then we have the national news. India Maritime Week 2025 secures investment of 12 lakh crore rupees. India Maritime Week में now to promote green port operations, Green Tug program was launched. Green Tug program इन्होंने launch किया था to deploy 100 eco-friendly tugs by 2040. Tugs क्या होते हैं? Tugs specific boats होती हैं जो ship को assist करती हैं, right? So Green Tug program में they have launched, it was launched to deploy 100 eco-friendly tugs by 2040, okay, with an investment of 12,000 crores, so that we can have a clean and energy efficient transition in maritime sector as well. बाकी के इनिशिएटिव्स इतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट एक और आप याद रख सकते हैं यहाँ पर, दैट द PSA इंटरनेशनल हैज साइंड एन MOU with the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority for participation in the Vadhavan Mega Port Project. ठीक है, not so much important, you can skip that one. इंटरनेशनल न्यूज की बात करते हैं. We have Amazon Phase experiment recreates future atmosphere to study forest response. यहाँ पर क्या है, दिस इज Amazon Phase project in Brazil in the Amazon rainforest. इन्होंने इस प्रोजेक्ट में क्या किया है, they have tried to recreate okay, they have tried to recreate the future carbon dioxide levels to study how trees and ecosystem will respond. हमें पता है कि in future carbon dioxide levels are going to rise, in future GHG emissions are going to rise too much, right? तो इन्होंने एक प्रोजेक्ट डेवलप किया जिसमें they try to assess in real time condition कि क्या impact होगा, how the forest would react, how the ecosystem would respond. और यहाँ पर फेज का एक्सटेंडेड फॉर्म क्या है, फ्री एयर CO2 एनरिचमेंट, फ्री एयर CO2 एनरिचमेंट. तो ये सिर्फ एक प्रोजेक्ट है, इसके रिजल्ट्स क्या होंगे वो बाद में पता लगेगा. अभी साइंटिस्ट सिर्फ इसको मिमिक करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ये जो जगह है आपको याद रखनी है जहां पर ये रिसर्च होने वाली है. द प्रोजेक्ट, इट इज लोकेटेड नियर मनोस व्हिच इज द बिगेस्ट सिटी इन द अमेज़न रीजन. ठीक है, so this is a project which you should keep in mind, and since we are talking about this project and the carbon dioxide levels, so you should remember latest COP होने वाला है, COP नवंबर में होने वाला है. So remember in November it is going to happen in Belém, Brazil. All right, then next one is 7 countries, they have secured $5.8 million from Kunming Biodiversity Fund to make agriculture more nature friendly. 7 countries हैं जिन्होंने $5.8 million सिक्योर किए हैं फ्रॉम द Kunming Biodiversity Fund. अब ये फंड क्या है, इफ यू रिमेंबर द Kunming और Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework एक ग्लोबल प्लान है which was adopted by 196 countries in 2022 to stop biodiversity loss. So first of all, you should remember these important conventions at the global level related to sustainable development, like Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, etc. Kunming, right? And there is one regarding the management of electronic waste, e-waste, hazardous chemicals disposal, etc. So this protocol particularly aims at biodiversity conservation, reducing biodiversity loss. इसको साइन किया था 196 countries ने 2022 में. Under this, there is a fund. This is the Kunming Biodiversity Fund, okay, where they assist the countries in implementing nature-friendly practices. So now under this fund, these countries will get the support, the Cook Islands, the Madagascar, the Mexico, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Turkey and Uganda. So these are the 7 countries. Cook Islands, Madagascar, Mexico, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Turkey and Uganda. These are the 7 countries. After that, if we talk about MOUs, so the first MOU we have is between Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and Oil India Limited. OIL और BPCL ने collaborate किया है for what? To explore collaboration of upcoming greenfield refinery of BPCL, okay, and petrochemical complex near Ramayapatnam port in Nellore district. तो यहाँ पर they are exploring a refinery to be set up. उसके लिए they have collaborated in Nellore district of Andhra. Then defense में we have exercise Trishul in news. So what is exercise Trishul? India has launched this Trishul, which is a tri-service exercise across the states of Gujarat and Rajasthan to boost coordination between Army, Navy and Air Force. तो इंडिया की ही है, Army, Navy, Air Force तीनों involved है, यानी tri-services exercise है. राजस्थान में Trishul, remember 30th October से 10th of November it is ongoing. Then next one is Russia tests nuclear powered Sidon underwater drone. तो रशिया ने रिसेंटली एक अपना एटॉमिक पावर्ड न्यूक्लियर केपेबल अंडर वाटर ड्रोन टेस्ट किया है जिसका ये नाम है. आई थिंक P would be silent here, so it would be called Sidon, declaring that you cannot intercept this, you cannot counter this. So this is the capacity. Just remember the name and the country which has tested it. Then we have DRDO handing over 12 licensing agreements for tech transfer to industry partners. So during the Samanvay 2025 summit held in Bangalore में ये summit हुई थी, the DRDO has handed over 12 licensing agreements for transfer of technology for 8 products to industry partners. कुछ technology है important defense technology, उनका transfer of agreement इन्होंने license agreement इन्होंने transfer किया है. 12 license agreements they have transferred. Now reports, if we talk about, so there is a report CSE assessment. It finds that Indian soils, they are severely deficient in key nutrients. Okay, so a new assessment is there by a Delhi-based think tank, Center for Science and Environment. It has released this National Conclave on Sustainable Food System. Report का title है Sustainable Food Systems and Agenda for Climate Risk Times. इन्होंने highlight किया है that 64% of Indian soil samples are low in nitrogen and nearly half are low in organic carbon, which are very basic nutrients which a soil should have for better productivity, right? So remember 64%, according to this, Indian soils are low in nitrogen and almost half are 50% are half, so 50% are low in organic carbon. Fertilizers भी हम use कर रहे हैं, but fertilizers use is not able to improve the quality of the soil. And biochar has been identified as a potential solution. Then next one is climate inequality report. This is more important than the earlier one क्योंकि इसका source आपका है Lucas Chanel and Cornelia Morin of the World Inequality Lab. Report का title है Climate Change, a Capital Challenge, Why Climate Policy Must Tackle Ownership. Key findings क्या हैं? At the global level, emissions attributed to wealthiest 1% based on their ownership are up to 2-3 times higher than estimates based on their consumption. यानी जो wealthiest 1% at the global level, उनकी जो asset ownership है, उससे जो emission level है, that is way more. Okay, global top 1% represents 15% of all consumption based emissions. ग्लोबल लेवल पे जो टॉप 1% है उनका जो कंजम्पशन है, उस कंजम्पशन की वजह से जो डिमांड क्रिएट हो रही है और उसकी वजह से जो प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, उसकी वजह से जो पोल्यूशन है, इट इज 15%. सो 1% ग्लोबल टॉप 1% लोगों की जो डिमांड है, जो डिमांड कंजम्पशन को बूस्ट कर रही है, दैट इज लीडिंग टू 15% ऑफ ऑल कंजम्पशन बेस्ड एमिशंस. And also share of wealth held by global top 1% could increase, so emissions would also increase. Carbon footprint of the wealthiest 10% in France, Germany and US is 3 to 5 times higher than suggested by consumption only estimates. तो जो टॉप वेल्थ ओनर्स हैं, टॉप एसेट ओनर्स हैं, उनका जो कार्बन फुटप्रिंट है दैट इज वेरी very high. So this is what the report basically highlights. Now if you look at the awards, so we have South Korea honoring Donald Trump with its highest award, Grand Order of Mogunwa. So South Korea has conferred its highest national honor, Grand Order of Mogunwa, on US President Donald Trump, recognizing his role as a peacemaker on the Korean Peninsula. So for peacemaking, they have recognized his role on the Korean Peninsula. That's why the award. Then Lucknow gets Creativity City of Gastronomy tag from UNESCO. So UNESCO ने declare किया है लखनऊ को as a Creative City of Gastronomy at the 43rd Center of General Conference in Samarkand, Uzbekistan, remember? Now it is the second Indian city to win this title after Hyderabad. So it can be important. Second Indian city to have this title after Hyderabad. And since UNESCO is also in news, it remains in news. So you should remember that presently the UNESCO's DG or Director General is Audrey Azoulay. Then we have India sets 3 Guinness World Record titles under Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar Abhiyan. So Health Ministry has achieved 3 Guinness World Record. 3 Guinness World Record मिले हैं under nationwide Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar Abhiyan. क्या है? Most people to register for a healthcare platform in 1 month. ये numbers एक सेकेंड. इस चीज का रिकॉर्ड है. Then most people to sign up for a breast cancer screening. इस चीज का रिकॉर्ड है. Online in 1 week. Most people to sign up for vital signs screening online in 1 week. These are the 3 records the ministry has got. Guinness World Record. तो स्वस्थ नारी सशक्त परिवार अभियान प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने लॉन्च किया था 17th September to 2nd October 2025. Remember, 17th September to 2nd October 2025. Then we have the sports news. Sports news में we have third Enemies International Masters Tournament in France. Winner is Namit Bir Singh Walia from Jalandhar, Punjab. Then second one you all know is Women's ODI World Cup 2022 semi-finals में we defeated Australia and we went to the finals now. So India has defeated Australia by 5 wickets. Venue क्या था इसका? DY Patil Stadium, Navi Mumbai. And target runs थे 339. India का score था 339 by 5 wickets. Australia का score था 338. Player of the match is Jemima Rodriguez. After that, appointments में we have Paul Biya, the re-elected president of Cameroon for the 8th term and world's oldest president. Remember, he is world's oldest president. Then you have Rajkumar Arora, appointed as financial advisor of defense services. So defense services के financial advisor. Then important days में we have World Cities Day 2025 observed on 31st October. The theme is People-Centered Smart Cities. So this year the theme, remember, is People-Centered Smart Cities. 31st October, World Cities Day. Then next important day is Formation Day of Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala and MP. 1st November. Karnataka, MP, Kerala, Chhattisgarh, इन सबका Formation Day है. So 1st November आप याद रखेंगे. And that's it for the CA discussion. Now let's discuss top 10 MCQs from the previous class. तो कल जो आपका सेशन था 30th October, उससे टॉप 10 MCQs हैं. टेल मी द आंसर्स. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द पावर ग्रिड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया एंड विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एंटिटीज they have launched together India's first indigenously manufactured 220 kilovolt mobile GIS system, which would be very helpful in power distribution. पावर ग्रिड ने किसके साथ कोलैबोरेट करके इसको डेवलप किया है? Very good. The right answer will be Toshiba. Option A. Then which of the following has officially created history, becoming first company ever to reach $5 trillion market capitalization? Which of the following? This is the valuation which even exceeds India's entire GDP, 4.2 trillion. India की GDP से भी ज़्यादा इसका market valuation है. Very good. It is, no, not Marvel. It is NVIDIA. Option B. Option B is correct. ठीक है? After that, this is the question from SEBI. Question number 3. SEBI has directed stock exchanges to implement revised eligibility criteria for derivatives on non-benchmark indices. In regard to this, what is the cap, combined cap on the top 3 stocks? What percentage is the combined cap on the weight of top 3 stocks? These are the weightage. These are the options. Percentage weight of the top 3 stocks. It is 45%. Combined 45 है. Individual stock पे cap है आपका 20%. Then SEBI has allowed investment advisors to give a paid second opinion on the client's assets that are already under some other advisors arrangement. So now the investment advisors can charge a fees of up to how much percentage annually of the asset value for providing this second opinion, which was not allowed earlier. How much? How much percentage they can charge? A percentage of the asset value annually for providing the second opinion. Any answers? So it is 2.1%. 2.5%. Option C will be correct. Okay? Remember, 2.5% they can charge. (2.5% annually. वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग. ये क्लास जो है आपकी करंट अफेयर्स की अभी 9:15 पे होती है. Then next one we have is this first wolf sanctuary which is in news, the Mahuadana Wolf Sanctuary, the only wildlife sanctuary in our country dedicated entirely to Indian grey wolf. Where is it located at? In which state? So it is located in Jharkhand. Option C, remember, okay? It is located in Jharkhand. Then very important one regarding the international organizations. The Secretary General of ASEAN recently have handed over the 2026 ASEAN chairmanship from Malaysia to which of the following countries? ASEAN की जो chairmanship है अब for the next term, किसके पास है? It has been transferred from Malaysia to, who will be the chair now? Who will be chairing ASEAN now? Acha. Then you must visit this place. चलिए बताइए. The new chair of ASEAN after Malaysia, after the chairmanship has been handed over from Malaysia. It is Philippines. Option D. ठीक है. So the chairmanship has been handed over from Malaysia to Philippines. Then which of the following has signed 3 MOUs with the Dredging Corporation of India Limited, 350 crore rupees ke, to strengthen indigenous capabilities in the dredging sector? Question number 7. Tell me what is the answer. इसमें से किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने या एंटिटी ने 3 MOUs रिसेंटली साइन किए हैं विद द ड्रेजिंग कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड वर्थ रुपीज 350 crores to strengthen indigenous capabilities in the dredging sector? Not B, it is Bharat Earth Movers Limited. Option A will be right answer. Abhishek, okay? So Bharat Earth Movers Limited will be correct answer. It has signed 3 MOUs with the Dredging Corporation of India for indigenization. Then next one is India and which of the following countries recently have signed a 10-year defense framework agreement at a meeting in Kuala Lumpur. So थोड़ा सा आपको क्वेश्चन से आइडिया लग गया होगा वैसे. अमेरिकन काउंटरपार्ट दिया है. So it is US. India and US recently have signed a 10-year defense cooperation in Kuala Lumpur. After that, Rashtriya Ekta Divas is in news. National Unity Day recently we have observed. So on which day the National Unity Day is observed? On which day do we observe Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day? Very good. The right answer is 31st October. 31st October, option A. Last question for the session. According to Adaptation Gap Report 2025, running on MT by UNEP, support from climate funds such as Adaptation Fund, the Global Environment Facility and Green Climate Fund, both important funds at the global level which assist countries in their green financing and all. Such support grew to how many $1 million in 2024, which is an increase of 86% over the previous 5 years of average. Yes, 31st October, National Unity Day is associated with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. We observe his birth anniversary. What is the answer for question number 10? So it has increased to 920. 920, option B, $920 million, remember. Adaptation Gap Report running on MT. ये important इसलिए क्योंकि UNEP ने release की थी, United Nations Environment Program. Yesterday we have discussed this. तो ये जो assistance है from these important funds, it has increased to $920, which is almost 86% increase अगर 5 साल का average हम निकालें last 5 years, okay? So these were your top 10 MCQs from the yesterday's class. And that was it for today's session as well. आज भी बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ important news नहीं है. जो important हैं उन्हीं से questions बनाए जाते हैं, इसलिए कल हमने 6 questions से discuss किए थे. But still you have to revise. सबसे ज़्यादा important आपको ऐसे facts पे focus रखना है which are first time ever, something which is first time created, like first world sanctuary or any important MOU, defense related, international organization related, science, sports, space missions, all these, and regulatory of course. These segments will be important. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Have a very good day. See you in the next session.